Hello, hello. Let's get zoned in with a 1 hour power flow. As always, remember to take care of yourself. Today, we're going to get started in a comfortable seat. So just find yourself in a cross-legged position or feel free to sit in any way that kind of suits your body. So you can just sit nice and tall. Whenever you find that space, no rush to get there. We'll let the hands rest down onto the knees or the thighs. Relax the shoulders down and back from the ears and either close your eyes or just relax your gaze and take a few moments to just simply settle into where you are. Let yourself connect with the state of your breath. And then gradually begin to control your breath, inhaling more slowly, more deeply into the lungs. Exhaling, matching that pace and depth on the exhale. Inhale, feel the crown of the head move a little bit taller towards the ceiling. And strong exhales, we begin to engage the belly, pulling the belly button in and up. And just taking a few more rounds of breath, getting acquainted with this controlled, steady, soundful breath. Let's bring our hands together to heart center. Gently bow the chin. Take a moment to honor the start of your practice with perhaps an intention or an opening prayer. On your next inhale, sweep the arms all the way up and around. Reach up high through the fingertips. Let's let the left hand drop down by the left hip. Slide it out as the right hand reaches up and over. Let's draw the inhale long into the right side body. Feel a little bit of engagement in the left oblique as you exhale, controlling the sink down into the left side. One more time. And we're going to inhale, come on up to center. Same thing, other side. Right hand drops down, left arm reaches up and over. Spiraling the heart open to the sky. Long in the left side as you inhale, strong in the right side as you exhale. Inhale, come on, back up to center. Nice gentle twist here. So let's take the right hand, cross it over the left thigh, bring the left hand back behind you, sit up nice and tall and look over the left shoulder. Relax the shoulders down, but keep the crown and heart lifted. Let's inhale, sweep our way back through center. Same thing, other side. Left hand crosses right thigh, right hand back behind you, heart sits tall. We look over the right shoulder. And we inhale back to center. Let's move forward onto the hands and the knees. So rock it forward or sweep yourself around. We'll bring the knees right underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. Nice firm grip down through your knuckles and fingers. Inhaling here, exhale, curl your way into your cat pose, scooping the belly button in and up. And inhale, drop the belly, press the chest forward and tuck the shoulder blades down and back. Exhale, curl it in. And inhale, belly drops, roll the tailbone to point to the ceiling. A few more rounds. Inhale. And strong exhale. And we'll find a neutral spine from here. Flip the hands back so that the fingers point into the knees and the wrists kind of face forward to the top of the mat. A few more cat-cows, really kind of focusing in on the upper body. So we're going to drop the chest, press the chest forward and through, tuck the shoulders back. Exhale, push the ground away with the hands. Round the upper back, feel the palms push down. Drop the chest, press the chest forward. Exhale, curl it in. And one more time. Curl it in, push the forearms forward. Again, with a neutral spine, we're going to bring the backs of the hands down so the fingers point in towards one another. You can make fists of the hands and release the fingers a few times. Bend and straighten the elbows, maybe even rock back and forth, kind of massaging the wrists. If you spend a lot of time at a desk or typing a lot, this may feel really good for the hands, the wrists, the forearms. Let's go ahead and release the hands right back where we found them. As the hands find that neutral space, let's extend the left leg straight back. Energy out through the sole of the left foot, little inner spiral of the left thigh. Keep the belly nice and strong so we're not collapsing in the low back. We're engaged in the core. Left shoulder stays strong. Right arm reaches forward. We're just holding here for 3 deep breaths. So just kind of holding the static position, managing your inhales and exhales. One more deep inhale. Now we're leaving the right hand where it is, but let's release the left knee to the ground. As you exhale, shift your hips back, sweep the right arm back, up and around. So really getting into that range of motion of the right shoulder. Back up and around, back up and around. Then we're going to reverse the motion. Whatever point feels good for you. And we're going to pause with the right hand reaching straight up to the ceiling, broad across the chest. As you exhale, thread the right arm underneath and over, relaxing on the right side of the face. And you can stay here. Maybe left hand stays where it is. Maybe you crawl the left arm forward, finding a lot of length in the left side body. Maybe the left hand sweeps behind the back like it's looking for the right thigh. Feel free to stay here. Maybe both knees on the ground feels ideal for today. You can also tuck your left toe and press your left heel back. Now the toes can stay grounded, kind of feeling that out. Or maybe push into the right shin and lift the left leg up to a hover. You want to keep the hips kind of square and the belly strong. One more inhale. Exhale, left knee drops to the ground if it's lifted. Left hand down in front of the face, push it into the earth. Inhale, right arm rises up. Exhale, release the right hand down. Same thing on the other side. Extend the right leg straight back, flexion through the foot, lots of power through the right leg, keeping the belly strong. Left arm reaches forward. We just hold spinal balance for 3 deep breaths. I know a lot of times we're used to just kind of taking a lot of dynamic movement with this. Sometimes a lot of challenge can really come just from being still. One more inhale to go. As you exhale, drop the right knee down. Let's sweep the left arm back, up and around. A few rounds of just these big circular motions of the left arm. Take it the opposite way when you're ready. And we're going to pause with the left arm reaching straight up to the ceiling, broad across the chest. Exhale, thread the left arm through, relaxing on the right side of the face. Now, same options here. Right hand can stay where it is. Maybe it crawls forward, or maybe it sweeps behind the back, whatever you need out of the right shoulder today. Maybe we extend the right heel back. Lots of power in the right leg. Try to keep the hips square if you're lifting the right leg up to a hover. If you're balancing and twisting, naturally the breath is going to feel more difficult. Work with the breath you have. It's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and release the right knee down if it's lifted. Right hand down in front of the face. Press it into the floor. Left arm rises up. Exhale, left hand down. Now, moving into our first downward dog, grip firmly down through the knuckles and fingers, tuck the toes, hips up and back, relax the head between the arms. Feel free to wiggle around. You can bend one knee, lift one heel, trade it off for the other side. Still working with those controlled, steady inhales and exhales. Find some stillness in your down dog and just take another breath or two. On your next inhale, lift your heels nice and tall. Start to tiptoe or walk your feet towards your hands. Once the feet come between the hands, let's flatten the back, look forward, shoulders drawn back from the ears. Exhale, fold in, reach the crown of the head into the toes. Push the feet down, rise all the way up, reach the hands high. Exhale, let's release the hands down by the side in Samasthiti. All right, a few rounds of sun salutations. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, nice and easy. On this first one, we're just going to step back and lower. Now you can lower all the way to the floor or stop at a hover. Inhale, heart lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just taking 3 deep breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Nice and easy. Step or walk the feet towards the hands. Flatten the back when you get there. Active exhale to fold. Push the feet down. We rise all the way up. Exhale, hands drop down. Again, inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, step, walk, or hop it back. Up to you. Take your time. Let the breath help you move. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Another 3 deep breaths. Just using our sun salutations to help warm up the body. You may feel a little heat building in the body already. Use that to your advantage. Start to engage a little bit more in the quads. Start to ground even more down through the hands. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, step, walk, or hop. Flatten the back when you get there. Exhale to fold. Feet push down, we rise all the way up. Exhale, hands release down. One more, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, flatten the back. Step, walk, or hop it back. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll stay here for 3 breaths again. Pushing equally down through all 4 corners. Now keep the left foot grounded. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Feel free to take some natural movement through the right leg. So maybe roll around the right ankle or bend and straighten the knee. Or with the knee at a bend, kind of sweep the whole right thigh around in circles. Just kind of digging into that right hip socket. Square the hips, straighten the right leg. With control, step the right foot between the hands. Let's lower the left knee to the ground and untuck the left toe. Starting off with a twist in this kneeling lunge. You can bring your right hand right on top of your right knee, press down, and start to look over the right shoulder. Now you can stay here or lift the right hand straight up to the ceiling. Keep pushing the left hand down, tuck the right shoulder blade into the spine to help spiral the heart open. Bring the right hand back to the right knee if it's lifted. Bring the left hand up to meet it. Stack the shoulders over the hips, roll the shoulders down and back. Push down through the left shin a little bit more. Maybe if you're up for it, we extend the arms straight up, reaching the fingers high to the ceiling. Exhale, release the hands to the earth. Tuck the left toe, lift the left knee. Now you can step back and go straight to down dog, or if you want to take a vinyasa, you shift forward, lower down. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. From your downward dog, right foot stays grounded, left leg rises up. Some natural movement here, if that's through the ankle or the knee or all the way into the hip socket, up to you. Square the hips, straighten the left leg, shift forward, left foot steps between the hands. We drop the right knee down and untuck the right toes. Now the right hand stays grounded, left hand finds the top of the left knee. Give a little push down to help you look over the left shoulder. Stay here or extend the left hand straight up, broad across the chest, tucking the left shoulder blade into the spine. One more inhale. Exhale, left hand meets the left knee. Right hand comes up to meet it as well. Relax the shoulders back, chest rises. Get settled in through the lower body. And if you're up for it, arms can rise up. Exhale, hands release down. Tuck the right toe, lift the right knee, step the left foot back. Vinyasa or straight to downward dog. Take a couple breaths here in down dog. Again, noticing any shifts or changes in the body or in the breath. Last deep exhale. As you inhale, look forward, bend the knees, step, walk, or hop. Feet between the hands, and we flatten the back when we get there. Exhale, fold in. Push the feet down, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands release down by the side. Good. Moving into Utkatasana, our chair pose, bend the knees, scoop it up, settle on down. Energy back into the heels. If the feet are together, squeeze the knees together. I know you guys have heard me say that before. Work into that strong inner thigh energy. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, step, walk, or hop it back. Go ahead, move through your vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. And from your downward dog, inhale, right leg lifts up. Let's go ahead, step the right foot through between the hands. We're gonna stay high on the ball of the left toes. Inhale, both hands rise up, finding a high crescent. As you get settled into your high crescent, lift that left heel, tuck the tailbone down, bend deeper into the right knee. Take this into water wheel, left arm forward, right arm back, maybe shifting the gaze back to the right hand. Now we're keeping the chest kind of rotated over to the right. Bring the hands together to heart center, and then take the left elbow across the right thigh, coming into a lunge twist. A nice deep lunge twist. Maybe shifting the gaze over the right shoulder, pull the crown of the head forward. As you inhale, rotate the heart up to neutral. Exhale, the hands drop down. Step it back to plank. Take your option, vinyasa or no. From your downward facing dog, inhale, left leg rises with control, step it through. Stay high on the ball of the right toes. Inhale, both hands rise up. We find high crescent. Get settled in, take your time, squeeze the inner thighs in together. That's helpful even here. Right arm forward, left arm back, coming into water wheel. Take your time with this, keep power in the back leg. Bring the hands together to heart center. We're just gonna take the right elbow, cross it over the left knee. Push the palms together like you're trying to align the thumbs with the sternum, gazing over the left shoulder. Keep the neck and spine nice and long. Rotate the heart back to neutral. Exhale, hands drop down. Step it back. Take your vinyasa. Few deep breaths here in down dog. If you need to take a child's pose, take a child's pose, no problem. Using this as a moment of reprieve. A moment to reconnect with the breath if you need it. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, step, walk, or hop. Flatten the back when you get there. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, scoop it into Utkatasana. Hold it 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Stand and release the hands down by the side. Good. Moving into Padangustasana, let's bring the feet so that the feet are about hip distance. Now, knees and toes are pointing directly forward. We'll hinge forward, bend the knees as much as you need to. Take your middle and index finger, Wrap them around your big toes. Let's inhale, straighten the arms, flatten the back. As you exhale, fold forward, pull the crown of the head down to the toes. Elbows go out, shoulders up to the hips. 5 breaths. On your next inhale, straighten the arms, flatten the back, moving into Padahastasana. We're going to step on the palms of the hands. So the palms of the hands face up against the soles of the feet. Once you get the toes as close as they'll get to the wrist creases, inhale, straighten the arms again. As you exhale, bend the elbows, fold forward, and breathe. Keep pushing the palms of the hands up against the soles of the feet. Lengthen the rib cage down towards the feet. You're moving the fold from the hips. As you inhale, straighten the arms, flatten the back. Go ahead, release the hands from the feet. Push the feet down, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands down by the side. We'll bring the feet together at the top of the mat and take a nice little vinyasa about it. So bend the knees, scoop it up, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, step walk or hop it back. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, inhale, right leg lifts. This time taking a core plank, we shift forward, round the upper back, squeeze the knee into the nose. Inhale, right leg up and out. Let's try that again. Lean forward, knee to nose, scoop the belly to the spine. Inhale, up and out. One more time for good luck. Lean forward, knee to nose. And inhale, up and out. Now, same thing, we lean forward, step the right foot between the hands, moving back into our high crescent, rise all the way up. So that back heel is lifted, we're bent in the front knee. And then from here, moving into warrior two, meaning we're just gonna pivot that left heel down, widen the thighs and roll the thighs back, reach the arms away from one another, gazing down the right fingertips. One more inhale. One more deep exhale. As you inhale, straighten out the right leg. We're going to take a nice wide stance triangle pose. If you prefer a shorter stance, scooch that left foot in. Otherwise, we're going to reach as far as we can, lower the right hand down, reach the left hand up, gaze up to the left hand and breathe. 1, 2, 3, 2 more breaths. 4, and 5, inhale, come on up. Pivot the right toes in so that the feet are parallel or slightly turned inwards. As you exhale, fold forward, drop your hands down between your feet. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, fold forward. 4, and 5. Inhale, straighten the arms, flatten the back. We're going to stay nice and low as we crawl our way forward to the top of the mat, moving into a lizard pose on the right side. Now, you can leave the left knee lifted or drop the left knee down and untuck the toes, totally up to you. That right foot needs to scooch a little further out to the right to make space for both hands and both shoulders to kind of set between the inner line of that right knee. Now you can stay on your hands or you can drop to your forearms, completely up to you. We have just 3 breaths here, not too long. See how it feels to push down through the left shin and keep pulling the chest and the crown of the head forward. Last deep exhale. As you inhale, work your way back up to your hands. Once you come back to the hands, if the back knee is grounded, tuck your left toe, lift your left knee. Now we want to round the upper back a little bit, push the ground away. Squeeze the right knee into the right arm and use that as a little bit of a hinge to bring the right heel in towards the right glute. Glide the right leg back. We find 3-legged plank, and then feel free to move through a 3-legged or 4-legged vinyasa. Once you find down dog, just take a breath. Take a moment.
Let's inhale, left leg high. Shift forward, knee to nose. Shoulders move over the fingertips. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, core plank, knee to nose. Inhale up. One more time, lean forward. Inhale up. Now, we use that same control, that same energy. We lean forward, step the left foot between the hands. That right heel stays lifted. Inhale, both hands rise up. Get settled in just for a breath. Find your balance, your steadiness, your gaze. Now moving into warrior two, we pivot the right heel down, reach the arms out, palms of the hands face the floor, gazing intently down the left fingertips. Then we find ourselves with this nice wide triangle pose, straightening out the left leg. Remember, you have the option to shorten your stance if you prefer that. Otherwise, we reach, 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 lower the left hand down, right hand rises up. Maybe looking up to the right hand. Inhale, push into the left foot, rise to neutral. Pivot the left toes in so the feet are parallel. Toes are pointing in the same direction. Let's interlace the fingers behind us for this one. Spiral the shoulders back, lift the heart tall, and then as you exhale, fold forward. Crown of the head drops down, shoulders roll forward so the hands start to release towards the earth behind you. A few deep breaths here. 1. Send some energy into the triceps. So it's like your pinky. The pinky side of your arms is the leading power force. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. As you inhale, flatten the back halfway, release the hands down. Just like we did before, we're gonna crawl our way forward, pivoting on the feet. Scooch that left foot out to the left a bit. Feel free to drop to the right knee and untuck the right toe. Then maybe staying on the hands, maybe drop into the forearms, settling into a lizard. Grounded in the back shin, lengthening forward through the head. Come on up to the hands if you're on your forearms. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee if it's grounded. Now squeeze the left knee into the left arm. We're using that point of contact as a hinge so that we simply bend the left knee and squeeze the heel into the glute. Then glide the left leg back to a 3-legged plank. Take your vinyasa how you wish. Good. When you find your downward dog, lower down to the knees. Drop the hips to the heels. Take a few moments in child's pose. Now 1 more deep breath. And then as you're ready, rise to hands and knees. Tuck the toes, hips up and back again, downward dog. From your downward dog, look forward, bend the knees, step, walk, or hop it up. Flatten the back. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, scoop it into Utkatasana, your chair pose, and stand and release the hands down by the side. Nice. So let's step back to about the middle of our mat. We'll move into a little bit of a balance challenge here, just starting off with tree pose to see how tree pose feels. If you have a wall space or something to hold on to, if you feel a little wobbly, no problem, grab yourself a wall. Otherwise, hands together to heart center, relaxing through the shoulders. We're gonna really push down through the left foot. So feel your whole left thigh press into the left foot, powering down through the left leg. We're gonna bend the right knee, open the sole of the right foot to the left ankle. Now you can keep the right big toe on the floor, maybe bring the foot to the calf, maybe bring the right heel high into the inner thigh. Any other variations of this you want to take or are familiar with, of course, feel free to.
Hands can stay at heart center or they can extend up. Notice if trying to balance is taking your breath away. Try to keep focusing on a steady, masterful breath. Let's bring our hands back together to heart center. We're going to bring the right knee up, flex the right foot. As you exhale, lean the chest forward, send the right leg straight back, warrior three. And then inhale, sweep it right back up, right knee lifts. Exhale, glide it back, warrior three. Inhale, right knee comes right back up. Exhale, glide it on back, hold it, 3 breaths, 1. Keep pushing through the left foot, keep the chest lifted, you're strong in the back, 2. And 3, rise on up. Arms rise up so your biceps are framing your ears. Everybody straighten your leg, point your right toes. Try not to lean back here. Just 3 breaths, 1. Keep pushing in the left foot, 2. And 3, hands to heart center. Relax the right foot back to the floor. Not too bad, right? All right, same thing other side. So lots of power down through the right leg. The right thigh bone pushes into the foot. You're holding nice and steady through the right leg. Now open the sole of the left foot to the right ankle, to the calf or to the inner thigh, up to you. Once you feel nice and settled, feel free to extend the arms up. This is optional. It's still a tree pose regardless of what your arms are doing. Hands together to heart center. Let's lift the left knee up, flex the left foot, hinge forward, warrior three. Send that left heel back, lean the chest forward. Inhale, bring the left knee right back up. Exhale, kick it back, chest leans forward. Inhale, right back up we go. Last time, this time we hold it, 3 breaths. 1, shoulders relax back, but we're strong in the back. We're not leaning forward. 2, we're not leaning downwards, I guess. 3, right back up we go. Left knee bends. Let's lift the arms, reaching the fingers to the ceilings, palms face one another, straighten the left leg. Point the left toes, shoulders over the hips, push down to the standing leg, breathe. And release. Left foot drops down, hands to heart center. Good stuff. Take a breath. Now, stepping towards the top of the mat again. We'll take a vinyasa. Bend the knees, scoop it up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, flat back. Step walk or hop it back. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now from here, let's step or hop the feet on the outside of the hands. So both feet, however you get them there, will end up outside your hands, toes turning slightly out. We bend the knees and sink the hips on down. If you need a block and you have a block, feel free to sit onto a block or some kind of support here. Elbows press into the inner thighs, palms press together at heart center. The crown of the head lifts tall. Just breathe. Hang out in your malasana, your garland pose for a moment. Moving into a crow pose. We'll take it nice and slow, nice and easy. We're actually going to just walk through crow one piece at a time. It can be scary, so just keep looking forward, trust your fingertips, keep your core strong, okay? So as you start to work into crow pose, especially if you're new to crow, you can keep your knees on the outside of your arms. You squeeze your knees in your arms, and you push your arms back into your knees, and that again kind of creates this little hinge space where you just find that sense of balance. If the hands drop down, about shoulder width, you have to lift the hips high, and we have to lean the shoulders forward. As you lean the shoulders forward, keep looking forward, squeeze the knees into the arms, press the arms back into the knees, and maybe one or both feet start to lift. Trust yourself, take a breath, and when you're ready, release the feet right back down if they're lifted. Nice. Let's do it one more time. Sometimes the second time around is a little bit easier. So
You have that option, knees on the outside, or you can hug the knees on the backs of the arms. Requires a little bit more balance, but that is totally up to you. You have to shift forward and look forward. Strong belly, push into the earth. Good. When you're ready, step, walk, or hop it back. Take your vinyasa. From your downward facing dog, shift forward into a plank. Lower down chaturanga, hold it. And release all the way to the belly. Once you find yourself all the way to the belly, roll the shoulders back, tuck the elbows back, maybe scooch the hands back to frame the lower ribs. And we just simply lift up into baby cobra. Hold it, 3 breaths. 1. Push the hips and feet down. 2. And 3, release the forehead down. We're going to do that one more time. If you prefer it, or if you'd like to, you can interlace your fingers behind you, reaching your hands back towards your feet. Inhale, lift your chest and head. Feel free to keep the hips and feet grounded, or if you like, you can squeeze the feet together and lift the thighs off the ground. Just try to keep your legs straight, toes pointed. We try to lift the whole body off the earth like we're trying to levitate. One more deep inhale. Exhale, release, let it go. Hands frame the ribs, press up to hands and knees. Tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward dog. Let's come through and have a seat. Extend the legs straight out in front of you. Take your time. Knees and toes pointed to the ceiling. Lots of power in the back body we just did. Let's release it, holding onto the feet or the ankles. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the heart. Exhale, fold in and just breathe. 5 deep breaths. Inhale, come on up. Once you come up, let's bend the right knee in. Once the right heel comes kind of close into the right glute, let's wrap the left arm around the right leg. Right hand back behind you, sit up tall and look over the right shoulder. So it feels very similar to what we did in the very beginning. If giving the right leg a hug is where we're at, feel free to stay, or you can take your left elbow on the outside of the right thigh. That might feel too intense for the twist. If so, let it go. Otherwise, hang out here and breathe. Try to keep sitting tall and really pushing the left leg into the floor. Start to unwind. Extend the right leg straight out. Same thing on the other side. We're just going to bend that left knee in. Easy peasy. Wrap the right arm around the left leg. Left hand back behind you. Look over the left shoulder. You can stay here or go ahead, drop the right elbow on the outside of the left thigh. Totally up to you. Just keep the crown of the head tall. Keep pushing the right leg down. Go ahead and unwind. Send the left leg straight out. Both knees hug in. Scoop the hands back behind the thighs. Sit up as tall as you can. Once you sit up as tall as you can, squeeze the knees together. Imagine you're holding a marble right between your knees. You don't want the marble to drop. We're squeezing, squeezing. Extend the hands out. I want to offer this as a version of Navasana of our boat pose. You can stay here the whole time, no problem. Just keep your chest lifted and your knees squeezing in. If it feels accessible, rock back behind your sit bones. Start to lift your shins parallel to the floor. If you're up for it, maybe we straighten the legs. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Drop the feet. Widen the knees coming into Baddha Konasana. So we're going to open up the soles of the feet, kind of like we're reading a book. Inhale, heart lifts tall. As you exhale, fold in. 5 deep breaths. We are nice and warm here, so if you want to push your elbows into your inner thighs to kind of help them open up, just be mindful of the sensations there. Don't push past your limits. Last deep exhale. As you inhale, come on up. Bring the knees in together and then sweep the feet out and away for Upavista Konasana. Knees and toes pointing to the ceiling. Hands can go right out in front of you. Maybe sitting tall works for you. This could be enough going on down through the thighs. If you'd like to, walk the hands forward or hold on to your ankles or feet, whichever version. 5 deep breaths. One more. As you inhale, come on up. Bring the legs in together. We'll take what's called a half vinyasa. So basically, we're going to either sweep the feet around or scooch the feet through. Find yourself in a plank pose. Once you find yourself in plank, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, heart lift. Exhale, hips up and back. Once you find your downward dog, inhale, right leg lifts up, open up the right hip, bend the right knee. Just hold it here for a moment. And we're going to square the hips, straighten the right leg, moving forward into a pigeon pose. Scooch the right shin forward. Right knee lands right behind the right wrist. Right foot is somewhere over on the left side of the mat. Then walk your left leg back so that your hips sink down and in. Let's take an inhale, lift the heart just for a moment. As you exhale, you can release to the forearms or to the forehead. You may feel a tendency to kind of relax to one hip or the other. See if you can kind of square the hips so that the hips are parallel to the floor. It will intensify the posture. Just be mindful of any sensations, especially happening around the knee. Four more breaths. On your next inhale, work your way up to your hands. Let's tuck the back toe. You can scooch the back knee in, sliding the right leg back. Now you can stay in tabletop and work through some cat-cows. You can go straight to down dog and wiggle it out. Or if you want to take that half vinyasa, go ahead, move through your vinyasa. Everything is up to you. Now inhale, left leg rises. Open up the left hip and bend the knee. Just staying here for today. Now square the hips, straighten the left leg. Scooch that left shin forward so the left knee lands behind the left wrist. It will come down at an angle on the floor so the left foot is somewhere over on the right side. Walking the right leg back so that the hips can sink down. Feel free to lower to the forearms or the forehead as you are ready. And again, notice, am I dropping into one hip or the other? See if you can just kind of wiggle the hips around until they feel a little more balanced. And taking our last deep exhale. As you inhale, come on up to your hands. Let's tuck the back toe, scooch the back leg in, and slide the left leg back, whether that's tabletop or down dog or a vinyasa, always up to you. Just take a couple breaths. Notice how the left leg feels about that release. Then we're going to have a seat again. So you can drop to the knees and sweep it around or kind of scooch the legs through the arms, one at a time. Legs extending straight out in front of you, arms extending straight out in front of you. Tuck the tailbone to the heels, slow and controlled. Release all the way down to the back. Once you get to lying down on the back, just rest there for a moment. You can relax the legs and feet. You can relax the arms wherever they land. You may feel some kind of natural shifting around the hips or spine or shoulders. Now let's bend the knees. Bring the heels nice and close into the glutes so that if you release your hands down by your hips, your fingers may find your heels. It's okay if they don't. So the feet will be about hip distance. Take a nice breath. Honey. Feet will be about hip distance, strong low belly as you inhale. Send the hips up, coming into bridge. Relax the shoulders. Push down through the arms. Got one more inhale to go. As you exhale, release the hips down. Take a moment there. Maybe windshield wiper the knee side to side. We'll do one more round. So feet are firmly planted, a little bit of engagement in the belly. As you inhale, hips up, breathing. If you're comfortable with it, you can interlace your fingers behind your back on this one. Totally up to you. As you exhale, we're going to release all the way down. Again, option to windshield wiper the knees side to side, left and right they go. And we'll hug the knees into the chest, wrap the arms around the legs. You can rock side to side there. And then moving into a happy baby pose, let's lift the head just enough so we can reach forward, grab a hold of the blades of the feet. The knees drop to the outer edges of the rib cage. Tuck the chin slightly so it feels like we're trying to flatten the entire spine on the earth. Now you can stay in stillness or maybe rock side to side and massage the muscles along either side of the spine. And coming back to neutral, bring the feet together, bring the knees together, send the feet straight up to the ceiling. So we call this pose Viparita Karani, our legs up the wall pose. You can stay exactly as you are if you are comfortable with it. If you don't have any issues or recent surgeries going on with your neck or shoulders, feel free to try a shoulder stand. We're going to wiggle the elbows close in together, close in towards the rib cage, and then rock your hips up. Reach your toes to the ceiling. Maybe tuck your shoulders underneath you if that feels okay. And breathe here. You don't want too much pressure on the neck here. You want to power down through the shoulders and elbows. One more inhale. And then we're going to try and move into Halasana, our plow pose. So just simply hinge at the hips, keep the legs straight and the toes pointed, as the toes almost want to travel beyond the crown of the head. Now the feet may find the floor, great. If not, great, doesn't really matter. If the feet do find the floor, maybe we release the hands down to the earth back behind us. Hands can just be grounded on the ground, or maybe we interlace the fingers behind us. Again, both are perfectly okay. Try to keep the hips lifted. Notice if this is putting too much pressure on the neck. Listen to your neck and unwind if needed. And then, just like we found this controlled release down to the back before, we're going to start to control piece by piece of the spine, the release all the way back down to the spine, all the way back down to the back. Once you find yourself all the way back down to the back, the legs will stay extended up. We're just going to bend the knees and bring the shins parallel to the floor. Extend the hands away from the shoulders. So it's like you're making the letter T on the ground. And then let your knees drop over to the left. Start to shift your gaze over to the right. On your next inhale, bring the head and the hips and the knees back to center. Drop the knees over to the right. Shift the gaze over to the left. Few deep breaths. Now we've done a lot of twisting in our practice today. It's been very powerful twisting that we've done. Now you can just kind of relax. Don't worry about it. Soften the hips, soften the thighs. On your next inhale, bring the head and the hips and the knees back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. Again, maybe rocking side to side, massage the sacrum. And from here, we'll begin to sprawl out and relax into our Shavasana, our final rest. So you can extend the feet out to each corner of the mat. If that puts too much pressure on the low back, maybe bend the knees and plant the feet again. Hands can either rest by the side, on the belly, up overhead. Any natural, very comfortable position of the arms is perfectly fine. Maybe we close our eyes, or if you have a towel or a shirt you want to kind of toss over your eyes here to block out light, you can. And the idea is to become just very comfortable, very relaxed. You may still feel a little bit of engagement sitting in the body from everything we've done today. Relax down through the hips, soften the shoulders and arms. Relax even the muscles of the face. Just let everything rest heavy, just for a few moments. Maybe on your next breath, feel the inhale flow in a little more deeply into the lungs, just welcoming a little more energy back into the body. Exhale, just softly let it go. When the time feels right for you and there's no rush, you're in your own space, start to gently wiggle the fingers and wiggle the toes. Maybe lightly roll around the wrists and the ankles. It could feel good to reach the arms up overhead and point the toes for a nice long stretch. And then whatever feels appropriate for you next, maybe hugging the knees into the chest again and rolling over onto one side. And begin to press your way up to a comfortable seat. And if you find that comfy seat, hands just rest down. Just sort of notice how you feel now after your practice. As always, there's no right or wrong answer to that. There's nothing we need to judge about what we observe. It's just simply feeling the moment as it is. Bring our hands together to heart center, finding a closing gratitude or a closing prayer. As always, thank you so much for taking care of yourself today. Have a fabulous rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.